Hey, it's Dr. Cree. It is about 7 o'clock, and I am so happy to welcome you to this edition of the Dr. Cree and Me Show. Tonight, we're going to talk about 5 things that can increase your risk of heart disease or having a heart attack. So 5 things that can increase the risk of having a heart attack. When you get here, make sure to say hello and to write in the chat where you are watching from. Hey, Santressa. Tonight, we're going to talk about 5 things that can increase your risk of a heart attack. So share. Put in the comments, hey, so I can speak to everyone. And we're going to get started in about a minute. Hey, Dave, how you doing? We've been missing y'all on the lives. We're back at our 7 o'clock time, so that seems to be working for everyone. Hey, Maggie, how are ya? Birmingham is showing up. So tonight we're going to talk about 5 things that can increase your risk of having a heart attack. Hey, LaTanya, we're going to get started real soon. Hey, Mama Brenda, how are ya? We're going to talk about, since February is about heart health, we're going to talk about heart attacks and how we can know if we're at increased risk or not. I got to deal with my so I don't have a glare on my with my new light. I don't want to have a glare on my glasses. Maybe if I stand back, that's a little bit better. That's better. All right. Let's see. We're going to get started very soon. About 1 minute. I hope everybody's had a great day. Hey, Kajina. Hope everyone's had a great day and that it is super cool here and rainy here in Birmingham. But hopefully you all are safe and sound at home. And we're going to get started. You know who I am. I'm Dr. Cree. I am a board certified family medicine physician, and I specialize in what's important to you through my awesome family medicine practice here in Birmingham, my telemedicine, my concierge practice, and my educational tips, like the Dr. Cree and Me Show. I help you, awesome people, learn to live healthier, happier, more well-rounded lives. I feel like when you know better, you do better. So now I try and help to educate you on some things so that you can take back to your doctor. Make sure you're not missing any valuable points, and to know how to live healthier lives. So today, we're going to talk about 5 things that can increase your risk of having a heart attack. Number 1 is high blood pressure. So you're like, what? Are you kidding me? Who doesn't have high blood pressure at this point in time? Just about everybody in the world has high blood pressure. Remember, high blood pressure is considered greater than 140/90 on more than 2 occasions, and that is if you are less than 60, and then if you are over 60, it is greater than 150/90. There is some changing of those rules, so we probably should just stick with less than 140/90. We want to be good. To be good, it has to be less than 140/90. So if you're finding your numbers greater than 140/90 on several occasions, then 9 times out of 10 you have high blood pressure. So you, my friend, are at increased risk of having a heart attack if you have high blood pressure. Now, if your high blood pressure is controlled, that's another thing. So that would be a good thing, a protective measure. 1, high blood pressure. But by having high blood pressure, you are increasing yourself for heart disease to a certain extent. Number 2, obesity. What is considered obesity? Obesity is if you have a BMI, and the BMI shows how tall you are to how wide you are. How tall or how wide. So if your BMI is 25 or less, that's normal. If it's 26 to 29, you are overweight. If it's 30 to 40, you're obese. If it's 40 or more, you're morbidly obese. Hey, Aubrey, I miss you guys. So if your BMI is 30 and up, then that means you are obese, and that puts you at even higher risk for having a heart attack. So number 1 is high blood pressure. Number 2 is obesity. Number 3 is smoking. So that's tobacco abuse, and I would even dare to say cigarette abuse as well. Cigars, because some people are like, well, I smoke, but I only smoke Black and Milds. So we have to be careful of that, because that's still getting that tar in your lungs, making it that much harder for you to get air in and out, and good air to get all over your body, to your brain, to your heart, to your extremities. So if you are a smoker, let's try and figure out how to cut back. In Alabama, there is a program that's called 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Yep, you sure did. Quit, Dave. You're doing an awesome job. 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Somebody write that in the comments. 1-800-QUIT-NOW is a program that helps you stop smoking. So it actually, oh, that's so good. Congratulations on being back at home. So 1-800-QUIT-NOW is the number that you can call if you need help quitting smoking. I know in Alabama, it can help. They call you and check on you, and they are a bit of an accountability system. They also can help you get resources like the patch, the gum. They help fund those kind of things if that's going to help you to stop smoking. So that's a big thing. Yes, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Your doctor may have to sign a note or some kind of notice that says you need to, it's okay and it's safe for you to do the program. Once that's done, you sign up, you go on, and I've had people to quit smoking with that. So it does work. Hey, Destiny. So things that can cause you to have an increased risk of a heart attack is, number 1, high blood pressure. Number 2, obesity. Hey, Shantae. That's if your BMI is over 30. Number 3 is smoking, which we talked about. Number 4 is diabetes. Remember, we've talked about high blood pressure in the past. We talked about diabetes in the past. To be a diabetic, you have had to have an A1C, which is the average blood sugar over 3 months. That number has to be over 6.5. Now, let's be clear. You can be diabetic and not on medication. Okay? You can be diabetic, not on medicines. But if you're taking medicines or not, you're still at risk for having a heart attack. So my dad's diabetic, but he didn't really heart attack anything because his A1C is controlled with his diet and exercise. But that still puts him at risk for having a heart attack. So please be mindful that it doesn't necessarily mean that these things have to be uncontrolled. They just have to be on your list of past medical histories, and that puts you at risk. So high blood pressure, remember, greater than 140/90. 2, obesity, being BMI greater than 30. 3, smoking, cigarettes or cigars. 4, diabetes, if your A1C is greater than 6.5. So let me pause there, because some people that are diabetics, they don't want to be on all that medicine. They're like, I don't want to be on medicine. Hey, Avina, I see your Go Red profile pitch that's right in line with what we're talking about. 5 things that can cause increased risk of heart attack. So if you're diagnosed with diabetes, you're automatically put at risk for having a heart attack. So you're given something like metformin or medicine to help keep your blood sugar down. But you're placed on aspirin to protect your heart from heart attacks. You're placed on cholesterol medicine to protect your heart. So you have to be mindful that there's a method to it. A lot of times you may not understand the method. Your doctor may not take the time to explain why, hey, I just got this diagnosis of diabetes. I don't need metformin, but you will need aspirin. You will need a cholesterol medicine to protect your heart from heart disease, because you're now at increased risk. So number 1, high blood pressure. Number 2, obesity. That's a BMI greater than 30. Number 3, smoking. Number 4, diabetes. Number 5, high cholesterol, which high cholesterol can be caused by familial. My mom takes high cholesterol, not high blood pressure. She takes high cholesterol medicine. She's like, I don't know why I have to take high cholesterol medicine. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it runs in your family. I have an uncle whose fatty cholesterol was 600. And he's like normal weight. So these are things that you just can't outrun. Family history is one of those things that you can't outrun. So I'm like, yes, lady, you will take the cholesterol medicine because we want to protect your heart. So it can be familial, or it can be from poor diet, poor nutrition, eating out a lot of ice cream, eating a lot of high fatty foods. All of those things can cause your cholesterol to be very, very high. I think the highest fatty cholesterol I've seen is 1,200 or 1,700. And when you look at the blood after Ross spins it down, it looks like butter. So can you imagine butter literally running through your veins? That's just what it looks like. And you're like, oh my gosh, you're having a fit. And they're just like, well, it's been up forever. You're like, man, you're like a heart attack waiting to happen. Because butter doesn't flow through this. Are there any screenings available? Yes, every time you come, if you have high blood pressure and you're seeing that brown stone, I check your cholesterol every time you come. So your cholesterol 9 times out of 10 has been checked. So there are cholesterol screenings. There are EKGs that can be done. Usually you have to have, for insurance to cover, you have to have some kind of family history of heart disease, some kind of chest pain, something along those lines. But your cholesterol has been checked. Hey, Keonda. So let's recap. Number 1, high blood pressure greater than 140 over 90. 5 things that can increase your risk of having a heart attack. 1, high blood pressure. That would be blood pressure on several occasions greater than 140 on the top, greater than 90 on the bottom. Number 2, obesity, which would be a BMI, which is how tall you are to how wide you are, of 30 or greater. Number 3, smoking cigarettes or cigars. Number 4, diabetes, meaning your A1C is greater than 6.5. That is your 3-month blood sugar that averages over 90 days. So over 90 days, they see how your blood sugars have ran, and you can't out trick a A1C. I've been doing good. I've been eating good. Well, your A1C will tell me. It'll tell me. So 6.5 or higher means diabetes. And number 5, high cholesterol. Due to family history or poor intake. So those are the 5 reasons, but I wanted to take the time and tell you guys remind you what the signs of having a heart attack are. Everybody knows chest pain. Chest pain is usually on the left side, or for women and diabetics, it can be in the epigastric, what we call the epigastric region, which is right up under your rib cage. Hey, Miss Kim. So we're going to say chest pain either on the left or epigastric, which is the same place where you have an acid reflux. Hey, Dr. Crystal, a lot of times if you go to the ER this day and time, you're like, I got bad acid reflux. They're going to do a cardiac workup on you, even if that's just an EKG and maybe one set of cardiac enzymes, because pain in this area can be an issue that could be really referred pain causing your heart. Because if you're diabetic, you're a woman, you don't have symptoms like everyone else in the world. Of course, leave it to women and not have the same kind of symptoms, right? So epigastric pain, or right there where your stomach is. Chest pain, shortness of breath. You could be out of breath with exertion, even shortness of breath with just at rest, but shortness of breath, chest pain, or epigastric pain, nausea, sweating, just like, why am I sweating so bad? I have not run a marathon. I'm sweating, what we call diaphoresis, just being sweaty, clammy, that clammy feeling. Your skin may feel cool to touch, but you burning up. You're like, why am I sweating? I feel like I got a fever. So chest pain could be on the left hand side, epigastric, gnawing pain. Hey, Ava, feeling like an elephant is sitting on your chest. Shortness of breath, nausea, vomiting, that sweating, diaphoretic feeling, kind of clammy in nature. Pain that radiates to your jaw, usually on this left side, down that left arm. So all of those are signs of a heart attack. So we said chest pain can be in more than one region, here on the left or there. Shortness of breath, whether you're exerting yourself or not. Sweaty, diaphoretic, jaw pain, pain going down that left arm. So if you have these issues or feeling like, okay, and it's not going to be something that usually just kind of lingers over days or weeks, it's going to be something that comes on pretty sudden. Make sure that you just chew up an aspirin, call 911. Hey, I feel like I'm having a heart attack. So, Dr. Crystal, I'm happy that you're on. Last week, I did a segment on things that can affect women in pregnancy, and I talked about I told a little bit of your story about the having a baby and then having a heart failure after that, and how you've done so well, done so good after that. We're so happy for you and proud that you're doing so well, even with that the episode, and how you've taken on heart disease as being your platform. So I did mention you last week, so I'm happy to see that you're here. So remember signs, remember chest pain, here, shortness of breath, nausea, vomiting, pain that radiates to your jaw or down your arm, and just feeling like you have an elephant sitting on your chest. Hey Marquita, chew up some aspirin, call 911. Don't try to drive yourself to the ER and faint and have an accident. Call 911. Let somebody come get you. So remember the 5 things that can increase your risk of heart disease. Hey girl from Illinois. Number 1, high blood pressure greater than 140/90 on several occasions. Number 2, obesity, BMI greater than 30. 3, smoking cigarettes versus cigars, either or. Number 4, diabetes, A1C greater than 6.5. Number 5, high cholesterol, be it family history wise, is your reason for getting it, or having a poor nutritional status. Are there any questions? What time is it? It's not 7:15. So this one was a good one for us to talk about, because it's Go Red Month, Heart Health Month, and we want to talk about heart healthiness so that you can be prepared if anything happens. You know what to do. If it happens to your coworker, if it happens to your family member, then you know. Any questions? Because Zoe is upstairs. She wanted to come down here tonight. I was like, no, Zoe, you have to stay upstairs while mommy does. Just do your Facebook Live up here, mommy. No, going downstairs. You're going to stay upstairs. Any questions? If not, I think we covered 5 things, and we covered the signs. But I'm really, really excited because my book launches tomorrow. My book, 10 Commandments of the Working Wife, will be at 12 noon Central Standard Time inside of the Dr. Creed group. So if you're around, you're eating lunch, check it out. We'll be doing a flash sale and selling the book for $2.99, the electronic version. So can't wait to hear for you guys to watch it. You can hear the story. Hey, Dr. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Miss Tony. How y'all doing? So I'm excited about it, and thank you. It'll be tomorrow. We'll do the flash sale from 12 to 1. 10 Commandments of the Working Wife. If you don't know a working wife, or if you are one, go get the book for her. It's fun. It's only like 60 pages. It's very small. I meant to have it to show y'all, but it's upstairs. It's very, very, very small, so a wife can read it really, really fast. But that's it. You know who I am. I'm Dr. Creed. I am a board-certified family medicine physician, and I specialize in what's important to you through my one-on-ones like we're having right now. This Dr. Creed and me. Healthy tips through my awesome practice here in Birmingham, my telemedicine, my concierge practice. I try and help you learn to live healthier, happier, overall just greater lives. When you know better, you can do better. So I hope to see you tomorrow here in the Dr. Creed Facebook group as we have a good time. We have balloons, we have mimosas, but you got to bring your own mimosa at your own house, okay? I'll see you tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time on the Dr. Creed Facebook page as we launch 10 Commandments of the Working Wife. Yes, I'm taking off. I'm going to work for 1 hour tomorrow, and then I'm going to be off tomorrow. And we're going to go see Alvin Ailey, so I'm very excited. So thanks so much, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. And if you can't make it tomorrow, of course, I'll be back next Monday. I'm going to have a special guest at the end of the month so she can tell about her heart journey. And Miss Kisa will be on with us later in the month. Okay? Talk to you later. Let me go make sure my house is intact because Zoe is very quiet. Have a good night.